Hello y'all, and welcome back. So in this video we'll be considering the view that the universe extends forever, infinitely into the past, that it had no beginning. Now there are two major objections to this view, and one of them is philosophico-mathematical and the other comes from science. So let's start with the philosophico-mathematical one first. If you hold that the universe extends forever into the past, you believe in an actual infinite. Now, this is not a counting infinite or a potential infinite, as if I were to start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and I just went on forever, time without end. Because, of course, if I did that, I would never reach infinity. I would never say, and infinity. Done. Whew, that took forever. I'd never reach that point. I'd always be able to add one more to whatever number I had, and so I'd never be at an actual infinite. It would be a potential or counting infinite. So if you believe the universe extends forever into the past, you believe not in a potential infinite, but in an actual infinite. Namely, the number of past moments in time is an actual infinite because the universe extends forever into the past, is what you're holding. And there are reasons to be deeply concerned about the coherence of the idea of an actual infinite. There are different ways that we could express this, but perhaps the most famous comes to us from the mathematician David Hilbert, and you may be familiar with it, but if you're not, I present it to you for the first time, and this is a thought experiment that is known as Hilberts Hotel. And here's how it goes. Hilbert says, a weary traveler is traveling down the road late at night, and he comes to a hotel. It's a conventional hotel, has, let's say, 120 rooms. And he goes in and he talks to the hotel manager and he says, please, sir, I'm very tired. I need a room for the night. And the hotel manager is very sad. He says, I'm so sorry. All our rooms are full. And the weary traveler turns away sad. But fortunately for this traveler, next door to the regular hotel is another hotel, Hilberts Hotel, and this hotel is very unusual. This hotel has an infinite number of rooms. It has infinity rooms. And despite the fact that it's an unusual place, the traveler is desperate, and so he decides that he's going to try his luck. And so he goes to the hotel, and he goes in, and he says to the hotel manager, pardon me, sir, I'm very tired. I need a room for the night. And the hotel manager says to him, all of our rooms are full. No problem. And he takes the guest in room 1, moves into room 2. Guest in room 2 moves into room 3, 3 to room 4, 4 to room 5, 5 to room 6, all the way on up to infinity. Room 1 is now vacant, and the weary traveler moves in and has a room for the night. So they were able to accommodate a guest, but before, all the rooms were full. Well, the guest has a good night's sleep. He leaves, says thanks to the hotel manager, leaves, goes on his merry way. The hotel manager does not like his hotel looking partly empty, so he takes the guest to room 2, moves him back to room 1, 3 to room 2, 4 to room 3, 5 to room 4, 6 to room 5, and so on, all the way up to infinity. And now all the rooms were full. But it gets weirder. The guest goes away, and he apparently really liked his stay, and he puts a good review on TripAdvisor or wherever. And he comes back the next night with a lot of friends. And they all want to experience this great hotel, that great swimming pool and room service or whatever it is. And he comes back, and this guy is a very popular guy. He has infinity friends. He has an infinite number of friends. And they go up to the hotel manager and they say, hello, sir. We would like rooms for the night. He says, I got me and my infinity friends, and each one of them needs their own room. And the hotel manager says, all our rooms are full. No problem. And he takes the guest in room 1, moves into room 2, 2 to room 4, guest in room 3 moves into room 6, 4 to room 8, 5 to room 10, 6 to room 12. Since any number doubled is an even number, all the odd-numbered rooms are now empty, and it's an infinite number of odd-numbered rooms that are now vacant. So this infinite number of guests moves into the infinite number of now unoccupied odd-numbered rooms. And before, all the rooms were full. Then the guests have a great night of sleep, a great experience at the hotel. They leave. They tell their friend, you were right. This hotel is great. They say goodbye to the hotel manager. Hotel manager looks and sees his hotel looking half empty. He says, this will not do. So he takes the guest to room 12, moves her back to room 6, 10 to room 5, 8 to room 4, 6 to room 3, 4 to room 2, 2 to room 1, and now all the odd numbered rooms are full, and now all the rooms are full. But before, half the rooms were empty, but there was still an infinity number of rooms that were full. And now there's an infinite number of rooms that are full, but before there was an infinite number of rooms that are empty, and you didn't get any extra rooms because there are already infinity rooms. And David Hilbert says, it just goes to illustrate the utter incoherence of the concept of an actual infinite. No number, no real quantity behaves this way. No number added to itself is itself. No number subtracted from itself is itself. No number, no matter how many you add or subtract from it or multiply it or divide it or take factors of it, is always going to be the same number. That's not a real quantity. That's not the way that a real quantity behaves. And Hilberts Hotel is evidence that this simply makes no sense. This notion of an actual infinite simply makes no sense. And yet that's what you're committed to believing in if you believe that the universe extends forever infinitely into the past, that it really had no beginning. So you're committed to a contradiction. You're committed to an incoherent concept, an actual contradiction. There's another problem for this view. It's a scientific problem, and we'll look at this scientific problem in the next video. Thanks.